What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 507 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 136 of Genesis. As here he comes, the one and only Milkman himself, the Moo Man, Randy Morton, getting us started for what is to be an action-packed show as always. What is up, everybody? Diamond, Z, Goat, Crispy, Mass, Echo, you delicate little flower. Tim, you delectable little treat. Morton in singles action for the first time in a good while here tonight, guys, as he is going to be going one-on-one with longtime rival Brett Angel, and of course, his tag team partner, the other half of the Good Brothers, Xander Slate, will be in action in our main event, guys. But actually some relatively sad news to break to you all here at the top of the show. Originally, Xander Slate, via a poll on the CMV Twitter page, was supposed to be taking on the returning Tim LaFave, but thanks to an attack by Bob Luger before the show started tonight, Tim LaFave is not able to compete, and instead, Xander Slate will be going one-on-one with Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews, which should be a great matchup in its own right, but unfortunately, yet again, we were excited for a Tim return, and Bob Luger ruined it for everybody. But there he is, Brett Angel, accompanied by his tag team partner and good friend Dule Zaire. It's interesting because Xander Slate earlier tonight actually said, Tim LaFave, I doubt he'll make it to our matchup, but if he does, I'm going to finish him off. But it looks like Bob Luger got the job done first. However, we do know Tim LaFave barging into his mother, the general manager of Genesis, of course, Cass LaFave, barging into her office and demanding that he be given Bob Luger one-on-one at Ascendant 6. Cass arguing that it's not possible because Tim LaFave was already in Money in the Bank, but Tim willing to give up that opportunity. He said, I will lay down my spot if you give me Bob Luger, if you lift his band temporarily and give him to me at Ascendant 6, and Cass LaFave reluctantly accepting. So it's going down, guys. A dream match, a long time coming. Bob Luger, Tim LaFave, one-on-one at Ascendance 6. But it seems like we're going to have to wait till Ascendance 6 in order to see Tim back in action. As there's the man who, during that same interview that Xander Slate had earlier tonight, Brett Angel came flying like he was shot out of a cannon, attacking both Randy Morton and Xander Slate. We know that the Good Brothers will be taking on Brule at Ascendant 6, but Brett Angel himself actually broke the news, guys, that is going to be the very first ever tag team street fight in CMV history. Xander Slate, Randy Morton versus Brett Angel and Dule Zaire, tag team street fight at Ascendant 6. Xander Slate certainly kicked up the animosity a lot when he brought up Brett Angel's, of course, deceased wife, and that kind of just broke Brett Angel. Last week he went on a tear, destroying both Morton, but specifically Xander Slate, to the point where Xander Slate was taken to a local medical facility. Brett Angel left, and we were supposed to get Reese Ortiz versus Brett Angel in last week's main event. Instead, it ended up being Reese Ortiz versus Dule Zaire, who is ringside again as Brett Angel and Randy Morton reignite their one-on-one rivalry from last season. Brett Angel made his debut on this side of CMV against Morton at Regicide in a losing effort. And it's been all about the numbers for the Good Brothers when it comes to their rivalry with Brule, because this season, 5 times the Good Brothers and Brule have fought, and 5 times the Good Brothers have stood victorious. Once when the titles, well, technically twice when the titles were on the line, because the Good Brothers did retain against the team of Reese Ortiz and Dule Zaire a while back, but when it's just the Good Brothers versus Brule, 5 times, every single time they've competed, the Good Brothers have stood victorious, and they say that it will be the same at Ascendant 6 as Morton's out to get momentum for he and Slate here tonight. I'm sure Slade is actually looking forward to his opportunity in the main event to take on Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews in that non-title match, guys. And of course, this is the last Genesis. Next week is the go-home week, guys. Monday will be Fusion and NGW. Tuesday will be Genesis. And then, of course, next Saturday, or I should say, my bad, next Sunday. No, it is next Saturday. I was actually right. Next Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the 3-day Ascendant 6 event. Just, 1 week away. Oh, look at Red Angel juking and jiving, looking to drop a leg, but Borton getting out of the way. And tonight, guys, of course, we got a lot more action up next, and only our second matchup of the evening here on Genesis number 136. The Prison Cell returns as No Fun Martini and El Jefe going to kick their rivalry up a notch. 2 of the 7 men who will be competing in the Genesis Money in the Bank ladder match at Ascendant 6. We've also got a no DQ match in our co-main event. Kevin Silva and Angelo Babos look to finally put their rivalry to an end before at Ascendant 6. Kevin Silva also a participant of Money in the Bank, whereas Angelo Babos, guys, actually some breaking news regarding Babos gonna come to you later on tonight. Of course, he's got to focus on that no DQ match as Brett Angel with a nice arm drag there to Randy Borton. Now going to go for a nice little twirling scoop slam, if you will. Hooks the leg, does Brett Angel here on the Milkman. 1, only a 1 count though. As Dulazaire stands ringside, seemingly not too impressed with the way that Randy Borton's been going about this matchup so far. Brett Angel with a death grip on Randy's trap, but Borton escapes. Nice German suplex right into the corner. I think Brett might have hit the back of his head off one of those turnbuckles. Borton now feeling really good about himself. Telling Brett Angel to bring it on. Is this all you got? Last time these two fought one-on-one in last year's Regicide over a year ago, Randy Borton was victorious. And every time they fought in tag team action this season, Randy Borton's been victorious. Couple of clotheslines, tilt the world, single knee backbreaker, vintage Randy Borton. Now a kick to the back, and Brett Angel is in big trouble as the Milkman looks to hit the go-home driver into the pin, but Dule Zaire doing his part as Brett Angel's tag team partner here to help him out. I doubt that would have been enough to keep down Brett Angel, but just in case Zaire makes the save, better watch it though. Referee Perry White, not a very lenient referee. Randy Borton brought up to Brett Angel. Always knows how to have a good bit of fun when he's in that ring, but at the end of the day, he's one of the best of all time, a 4-time unmatched world champion. Springboard. Phenomenal forearm. Borton is rolling right now, and now looks to hammer the final nail into the coffin. Will the unfortunate run of Brule continue? No! Brett Angel, big clutch, counters the Borto end, and now perhaps Angel looking for the small package driver. But instead, Randy Borton says no, goes to the go-home driver. Brett Angel counters. What a sequence, countering each other's finishing maneuvers. Back to back to back. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Bateman, you little sweet boy. You soy boy. And here come the elbows of Brett Angel crashing down onto the chest of the Moo Moo Man, the Milkman. Brett Angel, he's feeling it. The support of the crowd. Dule Zaire ringside. No Xander Slate to try to muck this up. Can he defeat Borton? The former 2-time undisputed champion. A plethora of other accolades. Borton from the top. Lunatic Lariat. Lateral press by Borton. 1, 2. Only a 2 count, but Borton's getting closer. You can sense it. You can feel it. Brings him up to a vertical basement. Every time these two are in the ring, magic is created. But maybe Randy Borton is just Brett Angel's kryptonite. Go home driver. Doesn't even attempt the pin. Goes right for the Borto end to ensure the job is done. 1, 2, 3, and it is. Randy Borton bests Brett Angel yet again. And what do Brulé have to do to get the edge over the Good Brothers? Will Ascendance finally be the night that Brulé stand tall? Or much like tonight, will the Good... Wait a minute. Dulé's air. Nowhere to be seen as Randy Orton attacks Brandon Johnson. The match is already over. Completely unnecessary. But every time, guys, and I mean every time the Good Brothers have this season, they have then gone on to attack Brulé after the match is already there. Randy Orton with... That's the big question. Where did Dulé's air go? Just allowing Randy Orton to attack Brett Angel after that matchup. Another great match between them as always. But once again, Randy Orton stands tall. Will the Good Brothers be victorious once again at Ascendant 6 or in that streak fight? Can Brulé finally get the job done? And of course, still to come in our main event, Xander Slater, the Good Brothers battles Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews. But up next, guys, we enter the prison cell as No Fun Martini goes one-on-one with the human fish Arriba El Jefe. And of course, No Fun Martini's specialty match. The Party Policeman has introduced us to this match concept twice before. He's lost one, he's won one. He won the last one, actually. It was against Tyson Cage a couple of months ago. It's your standard steel cage, but the cage instead is more reminiscent, I should say, of a prison cell, and there is no escape. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. These two have been going back and forth for about a month now, and of course, both men a part of the Genesis Money in the Bank ladder match at Ascendant 6 alongside 5 other superstars. The former international champion looking to become Mr. Money in the Bank at the grandest stage of them all, but tonight just looking to teach that little fish a lesson, as he said on Twitter. Of course, El Jefe back at the Purgatory pay-per-view defeated No Fun Martini via countout. So this is Martini's opportunity at some revenge, if you will, to take a quote from our Alpha World Champion. Hello, Topher. What up, Famous as well. You missed the news, Topher. The main event has been changed after Bob Lucas' attack on Tim LaFave earlier tonight. Xander Slate going to be going one-on-one with Chris Andrews in our main event. I think that might actually be a first-time match. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like it might. But here's No Fun Martini ready to go. He's got El Jefe. There ain't going to be no countouts this time. We actually already do have a match specialty where there's a blue cage. It's actually El Jefe's match specialty. He calls it the Fishbowl. I believe the last Fishbowl match we had was last season at Point Break. He fought Elijah Stewart in a Fishbowl. But tonight it is about Martini's match specialty. El Jefe entering the Party Policeman's dojo, if you will. Black steel cage. No escape. Can only win by pinfall or submission. Former international champion versus a 2-time heavyweight champion. One of these men may very well be the next Money in the Bank winner, of course. Just 1 week. They, alongside 5 other superstars, a plethora of ladders. Whoever climbs that ladder first and unhooks the briefcase gets that contract that secures them a world title match anytime, anywhere. El Jefe starting strong with a Salida del Sol. Goes for a hook of the jaw now. Martini's turned around, escapes the waistlock, though. Stomp to the quad now from behind. Couple of elbows to the side of the head, though. El Jefe was ready for him. What was that? El Jefe now ducks a clothesline. Looks like a whirly bird head scissors to take down the Party Policeman. Now grabs him by the shoulders, dragging him towards the center of the ring. El Jefe. Oh, there's the pop, lock, and drop by the human fish. Not a great start for Martini so far, as Ralph is really into this matchup right now. And an Irish whip from El Jefe. Rebounds off the ropes, catches him on the rebound, goes for a super kick, tries to jump the shark. But Martini was ready for him. Now an Irish whip and El Jefe rebounds off the ropes. Martini gets some pop-up ya punche right to the jaw. Gonna clean El Jefe's clock. Now brought up to a vertical base, ducks a clothesline, gets a clothesline. Very fast-paced matchup between these two. Oh no! No fun. Martini going under the goggles. The protective gear of El Jefe raking the eyes. There are no DQs inside of the prison cell. Cross-arm neckbreaker. Also be no DQs later on tonight. Our coming event from Kevin Silva and Angelo Babos going to compete against each other one more time. Let's not forget, guys, tonight we also have an international championship match. Reese Matthews versus Brody Halleck. Up that second turnbuckle, no full. Martini jumps, nice lariat to take down El Jefe. Will Brody Halleck head into Ascendant 6 for his big-time match against Hannibal, still international champion? Or can he take down the former undisputed champion once again? Dragon Scooter. Trying to pick him up on his feet. The other 5 men joining No Fun Martini and El Jefe in the Money in the Bank ladder match, of course, being Kevin Silva, Jaquan Che, Sam Valentine, Mark Intel, and Mr. Extreme, who, of course, is filling in for Tim LaFave, who vacated his spot in order to get the match against Bob Luger at Ascendant 6. Mr. Extreme, I'm being told, actually is going to debut here on Genesis next week. So that's very exciting. Huge opportunity for the NGW superstar. Well, former NGW superstar now. Short arm shoulder block by Martini. What's up, Tomcat? How you going to say Genesis sucks? This is where MLP started, boy. Stomp to the gut, now walks through, big kick to the back. Martini trying to soften Huffy up. Another kick to the back. Remember, there's no escapes. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission inside of a prison cell. Martini looks to do the deed, looks to finish off the job, and El Jefe was ready for him. These two have fought multiple times over the past month and a half. They know each other well now. Irish whip to the corner, though. Martini coming up from behind. El Jefe clocks him right in the face with an elbow. Irish whip to the corner. Wait, what? Alley-oop. I guess maybe El Jefe can't do a fish stick inside of the prison cell. Maybe it's forbidden. But he can do a hook. A line and a sinker. El Jefe takes out Martini. Hook of the leg. 1, 2. No, Martini able to power out the fish stick. Didn't soften him up beforehand, so Martini able to use whatever he has left to get out of that one. Not done just yet. And now Martini catches a second win. Says no fish stick. The former international champion with a clothesline, with another clothesline. Ducks the clothesline. El Jefe rebounds, tilt-a-whirl, single knee, backbreaker. And now Martini not finished either. El Jefe is in big trouble. Martini, hook of the arm, hook of the leg. Dark matter looks to kill the party. 1, 2, 3, and he does. No Fun Martini is victorious inside the prison cell over El Jefe, getting payback for what happened at Purgatory and building momentum for the Money in the Bank ladder match at Ascendant 6. That was certainly a quick change of pace. El Jefe looked like he was going to get the victory in the end after teasing us with fish stick and then hitting the hook, line, and sinker. But Martini kicks out and then hits a dark matter, killing the party. Well, here was the hook, line, and sinker. You thought it might have been over here. Well, there was no way that El Jefe could win by count. And again, of course, the vintage method of winning matches. It would have been legit, but not inside of the prison cell. Martini said, no more fish. The party was killed. The question is, though, will it be one of these two superstars who will walk out of Ascendant 6 with the Money in the Bank contract, or will it be one of their 5 other opponents? Tonight, though, No Fun Martini stands victorious. And guys, I have some news from backstage. I have been told that Reese Matthews, who tonight is supposed to be challenging Brody Halleck for the International Championship, guys, has been found unconscious in his locker room backstage. Apparently is under facility for further examination, guys. The former undisputed champion, whose international has been taken away from the arena. And what does this mean for his championship opportunity? Further than that, who's behind the attack? Maybe nobody attacked him. Maybe he just OD'd. That's possible. That's possible, knowing what Reese Matthews has been going for through, I should say, these past couple of months. But more than likely, he was attacked. A lot of questions up in the air, but for now, we got to return to the ring for some more action. Hopefully, General Manager Castlefate will fill us in on exactly what's going to happen, because I doubt that Reese Matthews can make it back to the arena in time to challenge Brody Halleck for the International Championship. So will Halleck even be in action? Will he be defending his championship? Either way, we now turn our attention to one of the newest additions to the Genesis roster, the blueprint of CMV Flatters, who debuted on the 500th episode of CMV with a victory over Andrew Briggs. Now back in action, as tonight he takes on Ultimate Matsuda Tanaka. Flatters definitely impressed a lot of people in his debut, especially defeating a veteran and someone the likes of Andrew Briggs. What an awesome matchup they put on against each other. Now we'll see if Flatters can go 2-0. If he can handle the striking ability of Matsuda Tanaka. But remember, Matsuda Tanaka has been in a funk, guys, now for months and months on end, unable to gather any sort of victories. It happens to the best of superstars. You get in a bit of a funk for a while. Maybe, just maybe, Matsuda Tanaka can turn things around here tonight against Flatters. And there, of course, he is. The Ultimate One, Matsuda Tanaka. One of the hypest superstars of this season, but I don't know exactly what happened after going on a great winning streak, being unbeaten for months when he first arrived in CMV. His luck turned around, and ever since, he has been unable to get back up on that pedestal he was once on. As I say every time, though, never count out Matsuda Tanaka. Last week, he came so close to knocking off Brody Halleck. So close. In the end, though, it was Halleck who once again stood victorious. Guys, Ascendant 6 is upon us. It is just 1 week away. This Monday, you can expect a double stream of Fusion and NGW. Tuesday will be Genesis, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the 3-day Ascendant 6 extravaganza. So many awesome matches announced so far, including, of course, the main event. Josh Wolf challenging Chris Andrews for the Alpha World Championship in a 30-minute no DQ Iron Man match. Chris Andrews, of course, in action tonight. In our main event, he takes on Xander Slate. Josh Wolf, however, is not slated to compete. Getting himself a week off, a bit of rest before the biggest matchup of his life. And speaking of, Flatters now in CMV trying to build up his own legacy. It started with knocking off Andrew Briggs in his debut. Will he make it past Matsuda Tanaka here tonight? And Flatters in his debut, man, proved to be one of the most highly athletic superstars that have ever stepped into a CMV ring. I don't say that lightly. Phenomenal agility on display by Flatters, which he's surely going to try to use to outmaneuver Tanaka here in this matchup. Tanaka, though, very quick himself, like we just saw right there, going for that butterfly suplex, but instead gets taken down by Flatters mid-sequence with that arm drag. We saw Flatters knock off Andrew Riggs with an imploding 450 splash. See if he tries to pull that off again here. Taking on Tanaka. Still no word, guys, from Genesis General Manager Castlefave regarding Reese Matthews and his international title match against Brody Halleck. Up next as Flatters goes up to the top rope. Elbow drop. Perfect positioning and perfectly executed. As Tanaka's reeling in pain right now. Nice arm drag by Tanaka. Very decorated champion in Japan in RJPW. Ooh, look at that. Don't let Flatters fool you, though. Very, very ruthless edge we just saw right there with that single knee backbreaker. The cutthroat beforehand as well, playing mind games with a nice Tiger Bomb, fires back. Up to that second turnbuckle, Matsuda Tanaka looking to showcase his own athletic side as he takes a leap of faith. Nice Meteora executed. And then just going to stare down at Flatters. Don't know if that's such a great strategy, allowing Flatters to build back up some momentum, get some gas back in the tank, if you will. Get himself up to his seat. Tanaka helps him Irish whip. Ooh, what a kitchen sink as Flatters was coming off the ropes, man. That is easy enough to crack a rib. Jumping cutter, though. Flatters lets us know he's in all right condition. Charges forward. Look at that. What an awesome sequence between these two. Flatters goes for a float over DDT. And midway through, Tanaka instead turns it around into a Northern Lights suplex. And here come these debilitating knees. Right to the side of the head again and again. Surely scrambling Flatters' brains. Oh, might not even know where he is right now as he's dropped over the top rope. And Matsuda Tanaka rebounds, just running the ropes, I guess, making sure his stamina isn't checked. Of course, Ascendant 6 is on the horizon. Got to be in the best shape of your career. Action roll by Tanaka. Gets himself out of the way. Flatters, though, gonna lean him up against the ropes. Obviously has something in mind here. Gonna knock Tanaka out of the ring. Throwing caution to the wind for a crossbody that brings both men down to the outside. Takes the fight right back into the ring, though. Flatters doesn't want to risk a... Oh, no. Wait a minute. That's not what he's doing. Flatters setting up Tanaka. Oh, man. Twisting neckbreaker from the ring apron down to the outside of the ring where that concrete, pure concrete lies beneath those thin pads. But Tanaka gets his payback with a sharp DDT. At the count of 3, Tanaka back into the ring. Taunting the newcomer, the rookie. Will Flatters get back into the ring in time? Looks like he's a bit out of it. But Flatters ain't quitting. Tanaka busy taunting, busy talking that trash. Now Flatters makes him pay with a DDT of his own. Flatters. Oh, bashing his own head off the top turnbuckle. Waking himself up now as he looks to deliver the death blow. No! Caught by Tanaka. Out! Goes for the Kinshasa. Can you imagine? How quick are the reflexes of Flatters to see that coming? And now Flatters with a corkscrew axe kick. Good night, sweet prince. Into the pin, but a rope break. A lucky hand dealt to Matsuda Tanaka there. Knee to the kidneys. Flatters decides to branch out in his attack here against the Ultimate One. As he locks in a camel clutch, looking to break Matsuda Tanaka's back and make him humble, but another rope break forces Flatters to let go of the hold. Jumping cutter, you know Matsuda Tanaka's feeling the effects of that corkscrew axe kick, but boy was that wrong time to taunt. Now look at this pin. Tanaka with his third rope break of the match. Flatters has got to be getting frustrated. High kick to the side of the head. Rocks Tanaka long enough for Flatters to lock in this reverse chin lock now. Tanaka not looking to stay around for very long in it, however. Elbow to the gut. Elbow to the gut again. Breaks himself free. Can he capitalize on this opportunity? Snapmare. Grabs a hold of Flatters' arm. Trying to keep him down. Trying to recuperate some stamina if he can. not allowing Flatters to escape. The way he's got that arm bent backwards, man, so easily could rip a ligament, tear muscle. Flatters does not want to risk it. You can see he has that tape on his shoulder, which tells you that he might have a prior injury. So maybe Tanaka, almost like a painted target, trying to go after that. Flatters back in control now, putting Matsuda Tanaka up on that top rope. Man, this is not going to end well for Matsuda. Matsuda knows that kick to the chest, but now from the high-ranked district, what a catch by Flatters into a debilitating powerbomb. That was awesome. And now a springboard leg drop. Phenomenal reactionary skills by Flatters. This kid has a big future, if you ask me, here in CMV. Teardrop suplex. What up, gamer? And you see Flatters, though, drops down to one knee. That took it out of him. He's running low, running on fumes. But that's perfect positioning. Flatters goes to the top rope, and just as he knocked off Andrew Briggs, might be looking for that imploding 450 splash. Right on the mark. Can he get to the pin in time, though? Too much time wasted, or will it be enough? 1, 2. No, Matsuda Tanaka given just a few extra seconds and is able to survive because of it. What a great match this has turned out to be. Look at Flatters now going after the leg of Matsuda Tanaka, stretching it back, but Matsuda says no thank you. Thought he might go for a schoolboy there. It was kind of looking like. Kick to the midsection, turns Tanaka around, goes for a waistlock, but Tanaka is ready with a couple elbows to the side of the head. Now a dragon suplex, bridge to pin. 1. Only a 1 count. Stomp down on the lower back, man. Matsuda Tanaka, like I said, he might be on a losing streak, but he never goes down easy. Matsuda Tanaka, one of the most underestimated talents here on Genesis. Can he get out of this funk? Meteora again from that second turnbuckle. He needs something big. He needs that Kinshasa. Up over the shoulders. Ooh, some power shown by Tanaka. Power slam into the center of the ring. 1, but just a 1 count. Escapes the head scissors. Flatters has another chance. Elbow to the side of the head. Stuns Tanaka just momentarily. Jawbreaker. He comes back. Over the shoulders. And what do we got here? Wow! Landslide. Giving me flashbacks of former 2-time international champion Kaiba. Double boot stomp, kick to the chest. Into the pin now. 1, 2. Tanaka, hands on his hips. You see Matsuda, man, he's got nothing to draw on. But perhaps a last-ditch effort. The super kick. Right up under the jaw of Flatters, man, and it looks like he is not with us. 1, 2. No. What does Matsuda Tanaka have to do to keep down the blueprint of CMV Flatters? He's just got to find a chance to get off that knee of his. That Kinshasa, that deadly strike, the knee to the throat. Or maybe, oh, Matsuda rarely pulls this out. GTS, go to sleep. But now it's Flatters who gets lucky with a rope break. And Tanaka looks livid. I don't blame him. Perhaps just 3 seconds away from finally ending his dry spell. And Flatters gets graced by the wrestling gods with a rope break. From behind, what is this? Woo! Lifting reverse DDT, an inverted crush, if you will. Gonna go right back to the leg of Tanaka. Wrenching back on the muscles of the thigh. But Tanaka already has that maneuver well scouted. Now takes him for a walk up against the ropes, using the ropes like a slingshot to send Flatters flying back into the center of the ring. Matsuda, out of desperation, pure desperation, tries to finish Flatters off, nearly does. Arguing with Perry White, but Perry White calls it was only 2. To the apron, Matsuda Tanaka is taking a big risk late into this matchup. beckoning for Flatters to rise up to his feet. Will this pay off with the ultimate one? Knee to the side of the head. Flatters looks done. If I were Matsuda, I would have gone for the pin right there. Up on one knee. Here come those strong style strikes that Flatters wants nothing to do with. Lariat. Oh, and just like that, Flatters to the top. Imploding 450 once more connects. This time makes it to the pin right away. 1, 2, 3 in the blink of an eye. Flatters is victorious. Upsetting Matsuda Tanaka, the dry spell continues. Another legendary performance, if I do say so myself, from Flatters. This kid is truly the blueprint of CMV. A bright future for Flatters, but what's next for Matsuda Tanaka? Two 2-0 for Flatters, and who knows how many losses Tanaka is at now. Something has got to change for the Dragon Slayer, and it's got to change soon. Otherwise, this is just going to keep up, and it cannot keep up forever. But congratulations to Flatters, most definitely. A highlight reel performance. Well, guys, I have just received word from General Manager Castlefave that indeed Rhys Matthews will be unable to make it back to the arena for his International Championship match against Brody Halleck, but Brody Halleck will still be defending his championship tonight, not against Rhys Matthews, but against the other Rhys of Friday night, or rather, I'm still stuck in the old way, Saturday Night Genesis, Rhys Ortiz. Ladies and gentlemen, slated in. This is honestly quite surprising given the fact that Rhys Ortiz is kind of at the front of the hashtag No Confidence campaign. Perhaps this is a move by the Fave to try and smooth things over. I would say that Ortiz is definitely worthy of this opportunity after last week's main event win over Dule Zaire. The question is, can he become the first man to defeat Brody Halleck, the Tower of Dominance, who has been untouchable since coming to Genesis, and who, of course, is set to take on Hannibal in a huge match at Ascendant 6 next weekend. Will he walk into that match still international champion, or will Ortiz pull off the upset of the century, the heist of the century? Just told not 10 minutes ago that he's getting this opportunity thanks to Rhys Matthews being attacked by an unknown assailant and taken to a local medical facility. Can Ortiz get it done? We are about to find out. This is going to be a good couple of weeks for Rhys Ortiz, guys, because as we know, on Monday Night Fusion, Rhys Ortiz, along with the Good Brothers, will be receiving a trios titles opportunity against the current champions, the BRC. By the time Ascendance comes around, Ortiz might be a double champion. Or perhaps not! Adam Scott with what looks like a middle bad hand, not going to allow Ortiz to have this opportunity. Right to the back of his ex-husband's head. Adam Scott returning for the first time since Purgatory, and is not about to let Ortiz come out here tonight with a possibility to become international champion, but a German suplex, man, and Adam Scott's head just whacked right off that metal bat. Rhys Ortiz looks like he's trying to escape now, but Adam Scott's not done. Goes for a shoulder tackle, moves out of the way though, just Rhys Ortiz. Drops down behind and on the LED board with a neck breaker. Several weeks ago, that Rhys Ortiz attacked Adam Scott much like this for one of his matches. Spine buster, of course, at Purgatory. Ortiz and Xander Slate and a double team attack destroyed Adam Scott. I honestly thought we saw the last of him, but here he is. But this attack might have been in vain. The international title match has been called off now, but Ortiz will not stop, continuing to attack his husband. Too many things have gone wrong. Castlevania has called off this championship match, but now it is Adam Scott back in control. Neither man letting up the animosity between these two former best friends, former partners, but Ortiz now with a kick straight to the face, and finally security is pouring out from the back to tear these two apart before this goes on all night long. And guys, I would have to imagine that if I could get inside of the head of Reese Ortiz, he must be livid on a whole nother level. First, Adam Scott costs him the Alpha World Championship back at Cause and Effect 3. Now he costs him the International Championship. As I touched on, I honestly thought Adam Scott was done after what happened to him at Purgatory, but there he is, valiant as ever, unwilling to let this die between he and his ex-husband. What's the next step now? Well, we know for sure Brody Halleck's got the night off after Reese Matthews was attacked, and then Reese Ortiz. No international championship match, unfortunately, but we are getting tag team action up next here on Genesis number 136. That timing indeed. The four men who will tear it up at Ascendant 6 in a fatal four-way match for the Anarchy Championship break off and get set to collide as Adam Finito and Billy Shaw take on Tyson Cage and the Anarchy Champion himself, D'Angelo Prince. Guys, what the big question is, I talked about earlier tonight, how we had a big announcement regarding Angelo Babos, who is still set to compete later on in our co-main event against Kevin Silva in a no DQ match with General Manager Castlevania filled me in that next week on the last Genesis before Ascendant 6, we are going to have an Anarchy Championship match. Babos has been petitioning for this opportunity for weeks and weeks and weeks. Remember, Babos debuted by defeating D'Angelo Prince while he was Anarchy Champion. And so next week, it'll be Angelo Babos versus D'Angelo Prince for the Anarchy Championship. The winner of that match will go into Ascendance to defend the title in the Fatal 4-Way, meaning that if Babos defeats Prince next week, Prince is not even going to be at Ascendant 6. A huge roadblock for D'Angelo, who just a week away from the grandest stage of them all, very well, he thought he had his ticket punched, might not walk into the shows as champion. But there he is, the member of Next Gen. Looks like we're going to have that audience glitch. Hopefully it's just for this match. Always a fun one. So Angelo Babos definitely has a lot to think about, but he's going to have to stay focused on Kevin Silva tonight. Otherwise, the pro wrestling god will easily take advantage of him. The crowd's worried about Adam Scott, okay? Worried about his mental state and his physical state. Hey, I'm a big fan of D'Angelo Prince, okay? I believe in him. So far, he is been the Anarchy Champion for, when did he win it? Back in Homecoming, over 2 months he's held the Anarchy Championship. He's defended it successfully twice, so it's going to be a big challenge for him, most definitely. The pressure is going to be on. If he loses, he won't even be at Ascendant 6. Angelo Bobbles will take his place in the Fatal 4-Way. But for now, these are the 4 men who are set to compete for the title. Adam Finito, and now here comes the Texan Dream, Billy Shaw. And interesting enough, over the past month, Adam Finito lost a matchup to Tyson Cage, while Billy Shaw was defeated by D'Angelo Prince. Actually, the other way around. D'Angelo Prince beat Adam Finito, and a couple of weeks ago, Tyson Cage beat Billy Shaw. So Finito and Shaw teaming up, maybe it'll be enough to get the job done over the Dashing One and the current Anarchy Champion. Drink beer, kick some rear, the Texan Dream with a momentary alliance alongside Adam Finito of Next Gen. And here comes the dashing one, Tyson Cage, movie star, starring in the #1 movie in America today, Marvel's Moon Knight, but still taking the time to vie for the Anarchy Championship, which he did one-on-one back at Purgatory, and a losing effort against Prince. Will have one more chance. Last year's Ascendants, Tyson Cage and his partner Shirasi, the bickering duo, they won the Fusion Tag Team titles. This year, will Tyson Cage taste singles gold? Vintage dashing, vintage dashing. My Dollar Tree batteries. Not vintage dashing Tyson Cage, by the way. As we now await the CMV Anarchy Champion. Will he walk into the Showcase of Immortals still with that title, though? Can he make it past Babos next week? He can't afford to look past this matchup here tonight either, though. I definitely say that D'Angelo Prince is one of the greatest Anarchy champions of this season. He has the second longest reign of this season behind Alistair Knox, who of course came into the season as champion and held it until SummerSlam, where he lost it to Chris Andrews. D'Angelo Prince held that title for 2.5 months, won it back at, well, it's in his second reign. He first defeated, was it John Reed to become champion? Lost it, and then, of course, won it back at Homecoming 3. To think D'Angelo Prince started off the season in NGW tapping out to a guy who we haven't seen since. And now is the CMV Anarchy champion going into our biggest show of the year to defend it. D'Angelo Prince has certainly come a long way. Burn it down. I can't wait until whoever has that theme in 2K19, and I'm going to have to struggle so hard not to say burn it down every single time. So here we go. We're going to have to deal with the uncomfortable crowd silence for this matchup. Hopefully it'll fix itself by the next match. And here we go. Adam Finito and Tyson Cage will start things off. Side headlock for Cage out of the gate. Now it goes into an armbar. Adam Finito quickly escapes that one into a side headlock. Finito returning from a pretty long hiatus last month. getting back into action with an awesome win over Reese Matthews. Did take the L to, big kick to the back, D'Angelo Prince some weeks ago. However, he is looking to redeem himself come Ascendant 6 as he vies to become Anarchy champion. Was it D'Angelo who won that match? I thought it was the other way around. Trip up. Oh, please don't tell me I just got added to a group chat. Why do I always get added to these? And then the notifications just keep popping up. DDT attempted by Tyson Cage. Instead gets the knee to the gut. Nice enziguri. And immediately goes down, does Tyson Cage. Yeah, this time last year, MLP was on a huge winning streak. Maybe at Ascendant 6 will become United States champion, as they'll be challenging Alistair Knox, we were just talking about. Ooh, nice zigzag, Tyson Cage. Good Brothers already have Undisputed Era. Thank you very much. I'm definitely making a rule, because a couple people have the same theme and it irritates me. So I'm going to make a rule to go through every entrance next game. Make sure there are no duplicate entrance themes. Though I am going to buy to get a... I think even when I do get a capture card, though, which I'm definitely going to try my hardest to do next season, I'm still not going to have custom themes. CBA with that, you know. Cop's a trooper. I'm not going to go that extra mile. I don't care about you all that much, you know what I mean? Billy Shaw, now the legal man, as is D'Angelo Prince, and Shaw immediately goes to side control, unloading with these punches directly to the face. The Texan Dream, drafted from Fusion a couple of months ago. New Genesis superstar with a knee to the back of the Anarchy champion's head. Then a stomp to the chest, bringing him right up to his feet. Ooh, scoop slam. Billy Shaw's not having any of it, however. I appreciate that, Tim, but many people have offered to do that over the years. I need to get a whole setup before I do that, though. I need a proper laptop, everything, so do appreciate it, though. Which I will get on my own eventually. Here comes Billy Shaw, the beer drinking Texan Dream, with that beautiful combination of his. Ooh, nice trip up by D'Angelo Prince. Slaps hands. I mean, there's over like 1,000, not 1,000. That's an exaggeration, but probably over 200 theme songs in the game. I'm pretty sure that everybody can have an individual one. Crawling away, and Tyson Cage just going to allow this hot tag. In comes Adam Finito. Apparently Cage wants Finito. Now he's going to pay for it. Single boots to the chest again and again. Tyson Cage got him on that last one, however. Nice back suplex. Tyson's riding high, stomp down out of the arm. Ooh, the brutality of dashing Tyson Cage. Doesn't want anybody messing with his moneymaker, but he doesn't have a problem trying to bash somebody else's face in, like right there with the code breaker. 1, 2. Only a 2 count, though. Better have my money. What? What about the Quinn Bell theme song? I don't think they have one this game, do they? DDT by Tyson Cage. Now he's going to look to slap hands to D'Angelo Prince. Surprisingly, Cage and Prince working well together in this matchup, considering the fact they were just fighting each other back at Purgatory for the title. I thought that Tyson Cage was going to try for a tag. Instead goes to taunt in the corner. That gives Finito the time that he needs to build back up momentum. Scoop slam. Finito drops down behind. Now it looks like a back suplex takes down the bona fide movie star, former Fusion Tag Team Champion, hot tag, and here comes the Anarchy champ, baby. Clothesline, drop kick. Finito not staying down, though. Backside driver. Prince is rolling, but he ain't got no backup. Tyson Cage is out of it ringside. Heir to the throne. Will we get a coronation? D'Angelo Prince and his crown jewel. Will he make it to Ascendant 6 as the champion? Will he be stopped dead in his tracks next week when he defends against Angelo Babos? Will he be stopped dead in his tracks right here, right now by Adam Vito, who goes up top for the lowdown? Hook of the leg. No Tyson Cage to save Prince here. 1, 2. Only a 2 count, though. Now Adam Finito looks like a tag to Billy Shaw. I'll also say very good teamwork between Finito and Shaw. Shaw going to immediately taunt the CMV universe, who seem to be a bit split down the middle for this match. Wait a minute. Shaw stealing one of D'Angelo Prince's signature maneuvers, the Tequila Sunrise. Billy Shaw adding insult to injury as he looks to force D'Angelo Prince to tap out with his own submission maneuver. D'Angelo refuses, but the damage very well may have been done. Double boots to the chest, and flying back goes Billy Shaw, tagged to Tyson Cage, very wise there by our Anarchy champion, who goes right for a code breaker, instead runs into a kick to the midsection. And Shaw just going to drop him off back in his corner. Snake Eyes out of that powerbomb position. Tyson Cage collapsing down. Billy Shaw charging up, a head full of steam to deliver that knee right to the face, and the knee that has the brace on it. There are some metal bits in that brace, keep in mind. Don't know if that should be entirely legal, but no call of the bell by referee Perry White. This match continues. And Tyson Cage not going down without a fight. Hook to the jaw. Reverse DDT. Looking to bring Billy Shaw up to his feet, but Billy Shaw's ready for him. The Texan Dream. Looking to get down with this matchup. Go backstage and drink a beer. Cradle pile driver. Mamma mia. Tyson Cage dropped right down on the top of his head. See the way he came flying up off the canvas. Jeez Louise. Look at that now. Tying up Tyson Cage's legs. Billy Shaw proving he can be just as technical as anybody else. He just likes to use his fists. But right now, he's looking for the Shaw driver. 1, 2. Oh, just the 2 count. No help from Adam Finito there, but luckily Prince didn't even need to make the save. Cage on his own able to kick out of that one. Now Shaw wants to tag to Finito, but Tyson Cage denies him from behind. Reverse DDT down onto the knee. Up next, guys, it is our co-main event. Kevin Silva and Angelo Babos look to put an end to the bitter rivalry they have been in for months now, as it will be no DQ. And in our main event, Xander Slate one-on-one with Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews. I believe the first time ever. I might be wrong. I probably am wrong, but at least this season I don't think they fought one-on-one. And I don't recall a time they've ever fought before, because Britt was on Fusion last season, of course, and Slate was still on Genesis. Irish Whip to the corner. Tyson Cage wants a tag to D'Angelo, and he's going to get it. Let's see what these two can get done together. Irish Whip, drop toe hold. D'Angelo with an elbow drop to the lower back. Flips him over. Lateral press. Finito comes in for the save, and he's going to get it just for the count of 2. Really? I don't remember that match. That's just that vintage dashing memory, though. Adam Finito countering a back suplex into a crossbody. Meanwhile, D'Angelo Prince just basking in his own glory as he usually does. Spinning soul kick. Irish Whip now sends Shaw off the ropes. Calf kick. Calf kick. Ducks the clothesline. Ties Shaw up into a rolling neck breaker. But D'Angelo's not done either. The CMV Anarchy champion kick to the midsection. Air to the throne. Shaw is reeling right now. Tyson Cage right back into the ring to stop Adam Finito. And the 3 count. D'Angelo Prince grabs the victory for himself and Tyson Cage. That's a different theme song. Well, more befitting, I'd say. What the hell? D'Angelo Prince is royalty. The CMV Anarchy champion and Tyson Cage pick up the win over Adam Finito and Billy Shaw. Can D'Angelo Prince bring that fire next week when he defends his title against Angelo Babos? Will he walk into Ascendant 6 to defend his championship, or will Babos take away the biggest opportunity of his life? Again, I gotta say I'm surprised with how well these two worked together in this match. They were at each other's throats just last month, but getting on the same page to get the job done here on this one. Ooh, that was real early on. Fusion 56. Mamma mia. All right, here we go, guys. It is time for our co-main event on Genesis number 136. Still to come in our main event, Xander Slate battles Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews. But first, a tweet coming to us from Josh Wolf, or rather Fenrir. And he says, Andrews, you want the old Wolf back? Just bleed in our match. Bleed so much that the rivers of London run red. When my bloodlust is satiated, you will have Wolf back. Josh Wolf, or Fenrir, whatever he wants to call himself. Honestly, I once called Josh Wolf River. At this point, I'm a bit fed up, as I think a lot of people are, with the games. Insists that it's not a game, though. If you want to ask me, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. I feel like this is all a ploy by Josh Wolf to try and trick Chris Andrews, to get into his head, to throw him off his game. Or maybe Josh Wolf truly is lost to us, which is unfortunate. The main event of Ascendant 6, though, is definitely going to be an epic clash that you are not going to want to miss. Whether it is Josh Wolf, whether it is Fenrir, he battles the Bloody Brit, Chris Andrews, live from his home country, the UK, Wembley Stadium, 30-minute, no DQ, Iron Man match for the Alpha World Championship. They've only fought once before, and Josh Wolf was victorious. However, Britt has Iron Man experience. Josh Wolf does not. There's a lot of things to take into consideration. I've heard a lot of bets. I've heard a lot of predictions. People choosing Wolf, people choosing Andrews. At the end of the day, we're just going to have to wait and see. Wolf is not here tonight. Chris Andrews is in action up next in our main event. On next week's Genesis, guys, the go home. I have been told that both men will be in action. And I have the matches right here in front of me. General Manager Castle Fame setting. Listen to this. For the last Genesis for Ascendant 6, we are going to get a rematch. Reese Ortiz one-on-one with Josh Wolf. Meanwhile, Brett Angel will go one-on-one with Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews. First time ever. I know for a fact that match is first time ever. Hell of a go-home show. And that's just two of the matches. As we also know, this man, Angelo Babos, has the opportunity of a lifetime. If he can defeat D'Angelo Prince, become Anarchy Champion, he will walk into Ascendant 6 with the title to defend in that Fatal 4-Way. Otherwise, it's unknown if Babos will even be at the show of shows. There's a lot on the line for Babos in that matchup, but he cannot afford to take his eyes off the ball that is Kevin Silva here tonight. Babos not wasting any time. The animosity between these two at an all-time high. Steel chair immediately grabbed by Babos and struck over the head of the Portuguese god of wrestling. Back and forth they have gone. Originally, it was Kevin Silva who defeated Angelo Babos at Purgatory. Babos returned the favor, knocking off Kevin Silva. There was some controversy revolving that decision, though, because in the match, Babos had spiked elbow pads on, and he defeated Kevin Silva via a forearm smash. Silva, since then, has been trying to get the decision reversed, saying that him having the spikes on his pad were illegal. It was illegal. Angelo Babos saying there will be no excuses tonight, though. It's no DQ. I can do whatever I want to, as we just saw with that steel chair. Kevin Silva has since recuperated, though. Angelo Babos missing that knee drop. Irish whip, chest ball on the rebound, goes for a drop kick. Silva, one of the 7 men who will be competing in the Money in the Bank ladder match at Ascendant 6. Chance for him to climb that ladder, unhook the briefcase, and secure a contract that guarantees him a championship opportunity anytime, anywhere he wants to cash in. Babos, a very, very terrifying man, I'd say, to be in the ring with. It's almost like he's rabid. Just keeps coming at you and coming at you. Kevin Silva knows he can beat him. Babos knows that he can beat Kevin Silva, though. A lot of momentum riding on this match. I've got like a hair stuck in my glasses. It keeps getting in my face. Very annoying. The struggle, you know. It's real. It's real, guys. I can tell you right now. Personally. Up to the second turnbuckle, Kevin Silva, dressed up in his beautiful green attire. He actually tweeted out saying, "Green like money." Hashtag God in the bank. Now it's Kevin Silva who looks to get his hands on a little something, that metal bat, the same metal bat Adam Scott used earlier to attack Race Ortiz, and right over the skull. A sickening crack. And he's not done either. Now to the knee. Kevin Silva relentless to the midsection. An absolutely disgusting show by Kevin Silva that he doesn't care about Babos' well-being. I mean, it's legal. It's no DQ. You don't have to go that far. Boston Crab, the submission expert, trying to tap out Babos. Babos does not want to get caught in that Olympic stretch of Silva's. He knows that. Angelo Babos just saw moments ago D'Angelo Prince stand victorious after his match. You know, Babos wants to match the Anarchy Champions momentum heading into their title bout next week. Babos very smart to roll to the outside. This is no DQ, but it's not false count anywhere. Pin submission must happen in the ring. Now it seems like Babos was trying to trick Kevin Silva almost. Up on the top rope. Babos, this is not a place he wants to be, and Kevin Silva is setting up something diabolical. The Portuguese god of wrestling with a butterfly suplex from the high red district. And Silva admiring his handiwork now as he backs into the corner, stomping his feet almost like he's marking his territory. Babos, though, moves out of the way of that dropkick wheelbarrow stunner. Good night, Kevin Silva. He rolls under the ropes, though, knows he can't be pinned there. Trying to get himself back up onto his feet. Babos waking himself up, trying to shake off them cobwebs. He has the support of the CMV Universe. Big old forearm smash to the side of the head, and goodbye, Kevin Silva. Have a nice trip. See you next fall. Can't speak right now. A little bit of a tongue twister. Oh, no DQ means Angelo Babos can do whatever he wants to Kevin Silva, stomping on the hand of Silva. Imagine if Angelo Babos injures Kevin Silva here and costs him the Money in the Bank ladder match. You take your break, Kevin Silva's hand. He won't be able to grab the briefcase. Wait a minute, Babos! Oh my God, what a risk taken, and a risk that backfires big time. 10 feet in the air, tried for a knee drop, but he wasn't close enough, and now Silva is able to take control right into the security barricade with a heel toss. Angelo Babos may have just cost himself this matchup, but he's still in it, not quitting, not yet. The Outlaw slides back into the ring, but Silva's already come to, knee right to the face. Silva is stunned. Babos knows it. To the top rope. The Outlaw, another risk. Pointing to some poor fan in the front row. Leap of faith. And again, Kevin Silva sidesteps it. Man, Babos is tearing up his own knee in this match. Silva, I don't know what exactly he was doing right there. That modified Double knee backstabber. We've seen Babos use before. Now he has the metal bat in hand. Oh, no. Kevin Silva comes to, and Babos, with that instrument of destruction, Silva takes it from him. Not going to allow him to use it. Tries to use it himself, but Babos takes it back. And Silva takes it back. Oh boy, we've got a Parker and Chris Andrews situation enveloping. Oh, the metal bat just flying right into the camera. Lucky he didn't knock out the camera guy. Stop down to the lower back. Back body drop. Down onto the outside of the ring. Virtually right onto concrete. Into the ring now, and Kevin Silva obviously has his eyes on the end of this matchup. Capture suplex. That is what he hit on Babos to defeat him in their first encounter. Will it be enough this time? 1, 2. No, it will not. Babos has adapted and now survives. But for how long? Kevin Silva is a creature of habit. Immediately going to go for the Olympic stretch now. He locks this in. There are no rope breaks, but Babos was ready for him. Like I said, Silva's a creature of habit. Babos has studied him. He knows him. And to the corner, the Outlaw lining up his shot. Silva's in trouble. Buzzsaw kick. And good night, sweet prince. 1, 2. Wow. Kevin Silva kicking out of that buzzsaw kick. What resiliency by the Portuguese god of wrestling. Babos isn't done though, delivers a little bit of a reality check to Silva. Knee to the side of the head, neck breaker to follow through. Knee to the back of the head. Pinning Kevin Silva down. Babos, don't get ahead of yourself, though. Silva feeling the match slipping away from him. Now tries to go into overdrive. A last-ditch effort. Clothesline. Clothesline again. Ducks the clothesline. Rebounds. Lariat. This is not good for Babos. Capture suplex. Numero dos. And uno, dos, tres. Kevin Silva once again gets the better of the Outlaw. By far their best match, but in the end, the Portuguese god of wrestling has the last laugh. Now Babos heads into the biggest match of his career next week. Not a lot of momentum on his side. But you never know. Anything can happen in CMV. Will Babos upset D'Angelo Prince and walk into Ascendant 6 as Anarchy champion? We'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, Kevin Silva riding high into the Money in the Bank ladder match where he looks to become the hashtag God in the Bank. I thought it was over after that buzzsaw kick, but Kevin Silva digging down deep to get out of that one. And there's what did it, a second capture suplex. And Babos was out like a light. And a tweet here, guys, from the Bloody Brit before he gets ready for action. And our man next, he says, Fenrir or Wolf at Ascendance, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that revenge is coming. And will revenge be coming to Xander Slate here tonight in our main event? He was originally slated, no pun intended, to go one-on-one with the returning Tim LaFave. But thanks to Bob Luger attacking Tim LaFave earlier tonight before the show started, he is unable to compete, so filling in for him will be his old pal and our Alpha World Champion, Chris Andrews. And as Xander Slate makes his way out here, guys, we get a tweet from Angelo Babos. He says, I may have lost tonight on Genesis, but I still have that title opportunity to redeem myself. And Silva doesn't. I don't care if it's a four-way at Ascendance. I'm going to try my best and kick my hardest to win that title and book my place at the show of shows. Angelo Babos not going to let his loss to Kevin Silva ruin his spirits going into that huge championship shot next week against D'Angelo Prince. But the good brother, Xander Slate, been an up and down night for him. His good brother, Randy Morton, knocking off Brett Angel at the top of the show. I'm sure that put a smile on Slate's face. But then his partner, Reese Ortiz, getting ran in on by Adam Scott. Now Xander's got to deal with the fact that Adam Scott is back. He received from GM because that next week we're going to get the match that was supposed to happen at Purgatory. It will be Xander Slate one-on-one with Adam Scott. Come on. It's like a little fucking gnat flying around my face now. First hair, now a gnat. Somebody just get me the noose. And there he is. The Bloody Brit, baby. Chris Andrews has had a lot on his mind as of late. A lot on his mind that he's had to deal with. But he has persevered, coming off that great victory over No Fun Martini last week. Set to take on Brett Angel next week. And of course will main event his second straight Ascendance. The show of shows and live from his home country, the UK, Wembley Stadium. Britt can't ask for a better venue to retain his Alpha World Championship. And by the time Ascendance comes around next weekend, Chris Andrews will set his record-breaking reign at 5 months. Of course, he surpassed Bob Luger at 3 months, 2 months ago, if you know your math, simple enough. Also has the most defenses as Alpha World Champion of all time. Every time Chris Andrews holds a title, he tends to break records. Well, Xander Slate started off pretty strong there with a belly-to-belly suplex. And maybe looking to finish off Chris Andrews real quick. Man, I can tell you guys that next week is going to be a hell of a week here for CMV. We got the Go Home, Fusion, NGW, and Genesis, all awesome cards. Listen to Genesis alone. Brett Angel versus Chris Andrews, Reese Ortiz versus Josh Wolf, Adam Scott versus Xander Slate, Angelo Babos versus D'Angelo Prince for the Anarchy Championship and more. On Fusion on Monday, we got a trios title match and perhaps the most star-studded match of all time. That 8-man tag, Harvey Hastings, Schmitty, Ryan Kent, Matt Beavis versus Andrew Breaks, X-Gen, and Jacob Ziegler. Xander Slate with a beautiful complete shot. Irish whip, back elbows. Xander Slate, I gotta say, handled himself pretty well so far. I was wrong earlier tonight saying these two have never fought before. Apparently, yeah, twice before. As my history, my fact checker has filled me in on it. Way back when they fought for the first time. Fusion 54. And then apparently earlier this season as well. I feel like Slate would have won that first match. And Britt won the second match. So maybe this is a tiebreaker. Or maybe Britt did win that first match. He probably did. Britt's a stubborn son of a bitch. It just goes to show you that Britt is always ready for a fight. He wasn't even supposed to be in action tonight. This is supposed to be Xander Slate versus Tim LaFave, but Britt was just backstage, probably drinking a lager, having a laugh, maybe punching Matt Thompson. Cass LaFave said, hey, Tim can't compete, you want to jump in there? He said, hell yeah. Always ready to throw hands is Chris Andrews. That's what makes him an amazing world champion, as he's using Xander Slate's own arms to choke him out here. Trying to look at Xander's face, the pure signs of agony. Chris Andrews now grabbing Slate by his slicked back hair, leans him up against the ropes and sends him into the center of the ring. See ya, bye. Jawbreaker, though, by the OG Dirty Heel, the two-time World Tag Team Champion, former United States Champion, two-time World Champion, the very first ever Money in the Bank winner. Xander Slate, interesting fact for you, will be going into his 6th Ascendance. He has been at every single Ascendance, the only superstar to do so, to compete at every single Ascendance. Not exactly the best record. He won at the first annual Ascendance. Obviously, he was the inaugural Mr. Money in the Bank. At Ascendance 2, he lost to Cyborg. At Ascendance 3, he was a part of the Slick B Memorial Battle Royal, which he did not win. Ascendance 4, I'm sorry. Ascendance 3, was he even at Ascendance 3? I skipped that. No, he was definitely at Ascendance 3. I just don't remember what match he had. What was he doing? What was he doing at Ascendance 3? Oof. I know he was there, but I don't know what match he had. Anybody want to, what about our fact checker? Can't believe I'm forgetting his Ascendance 3 match. I know he was there, though, for a fact. And I know that he probably lost. Knees swinging around to the chest, guys. And listen to the referee's count. We know Chris Andrews always is willing to win by a countout, but perhaps Slate looking to take the easy win. These two did not seem too concerned with getting back in the ring. Referee Perry is at 8. Quote, there goes Chris Andrews saying, not tonight. Slate follows suit. Thankfully, things are not going to end that way here on Genesis number 136. I'm trying to remember. Oh, there's the double bird. Vintage Chris Andrews. You're always going to get it once every match. I'm trying to remember what Xander Slate's match was at Ascendance 3, because I know he had one, but I can't remember it. He's been at every single Ascendance. Rebounds off the ropes. Big splash by Chris Andrews. The Alpha World Champion is rolling, and when he gets rolling, he is almost impossible to stop. Look at that now. Punches. Oh, he was in the ladder match for the United States Championship. Got it. Got him. Which he lost. So, Ascendance 1, he won Money in the Bank. Ascendance 2, he lost to Cyborg. Ascendance 3, he was in the United States Championship ladder match, which he lost. Ascendance 4, he was in the Slick B Memorial Battle Royal, which he lost. And Ascendance 5, he actually won. He retained his United States title in a triple threat. So Slate is 2-3 at the show of shows. Maybe they're going to tie it up next weekend when, of course, the Good Brothers take on Brule in a tag team street fight. Oh, I think Chris Andrews might have just gone for the cliffhanger. If so, Slate counters. That is good news for the OG Dirty Heel. Of course, Chris Andrews will be walking into his 3rd Ascendance. Made his Ascendance debut, the 4th annual extravaganza. He actually walked in as international champion. He did not retain, though, in a fatal 4-way match. And then, of course, last year, main evented against Paul Devine for the vacant Undisputed Championship, which he also was unsuccessful in capturing. So, Britt 0-2 at Ascendance this year. His home country, the UK, Wembley Stadium, main eventing. Walking in as champ, will he walk out the same? Right now, he's just trying to get an edge over Xander Slate, but Xander Slate is a slippery mofo. Drops down behind, reverse DDT. Snapmare. This is exactly where Slate wants Andrews. Slate works better at a slow and methodical pace, trying to wear down his opponents. Wrenching on that arm again and again, and Britt has finally had enough. Xander Slate can be a bitch to fight. Oh, clean slate out of nowhere. And the show, just like that, might have a clean win over Chris Andrews. No. Only a 2 count. The 2 times they fought before, Britt got the better of Xander, but it looks like Slate ain't sweating it. Chilling up in the corner like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Goes for a kick. Enzu, well, trying to set it up as an Enzu lariat. Didn't exactly land that way, but Britt's like, fuck you, bitch. I don't care if I mess up. Cheering on the fans. He knows they love him. Bitch slap to Xander right there. Yeah, Slate ain't gonna take that laying down. Woo, goodbye. Eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Mamma mia. Slate got some air on that one. Britt just keeps telling Xander, get your ass back in the ring, boy. Catch this whooping. Slate with a snapmare. Small little knee drop. And a lateral press. Oh, no. The dirty heel tactics coming into play. That's why they call him the OG dirty heel. But Britt ain't going to go down to no sort of malarkey like that. Jawbreaker. Slate staggers out of the corner. Goes for revenge. I hate this game. It's random ass pausing, dude. Went for revenge. Backed into the corner now. Woo! Knife edge chop. We can't really see, but I'm sure lighting up Britt's chest like the 4th of July. And now, Andrews again met with that Hangman's face buster. Slate isn't one to waste a lot of time. Chris Andrews bites the bullet. Going through some pain, but takes it with a pinch of salt now. A desperation pin, which isn't something you'll see a whole lot from Chris Andrews. When you're in the ring, though, like it or not, you might hate Xander Slate. I don't exactly like the guy. Clean. That was a forearm. 1, 2, 3. Chris. I am literally speechless. Oh my God. Xander Slate has just defeated the Alpha World Champion. Oh my God. I thought he was going for the clean slate, the discus clothesline, but at the last second, he turned it into a forearm smash, dude. I have never seen somebody go more limp in my entire days of calling CMV action. He knocked Britt out. Holy. Oh. What a way to close out Genesis. What a match. And what an upset. Xander finally gets one over on Chris Andrews. What a great night for the Good Brothers. I still can't believe that. Xander Slate always has a trick up his sleeve. And I have to agree with some people right now. It's curious to me he turned that into a forearm smash. Do we have a loaded elbow pad on our hands here? Xander Slate is always known for not playing by the rules. But either way, Xander Slate is victorious. He just defeated the Alpha World Champion. He just pinned Chris Andrews. But John, we did get a tweet from Josh Wolf who says simply at Chris Andrews, you are doomed. So Josh Wolf was on a bit of a, I finally see maybe some cracks in the foundation of the Alpha World Champion. And that bodes well for Wolf or Fenrir, whatever he wants to call himself, guys. As always, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, make sure you do drop a follow so that you know when I go live. If you want to be a part of CMV, we are on Xbox One. You can join our website, cmvwrestling.com, exclamation point, and the exclamation point join, and the chat will give you a link to our website, exclamation point Twitter, and exclamation point Discord. We'll give you links to our social media, and I will catch you guys on Monday. It is the final It's going to be a hell of a week, guys. Monday, Fusion, NGW Double Stream. Tuesday, Genesis. Wednesday, Thursday, reruns right here on the Twitch channel of the past Ascendance, Ascendance I? Plural? I don't know. Friday, make sure to tune into our website because somebody is going to be added to our Hall of Fame. And then it begins on Saturday with the pre-show and panel, Sunday day 1 and Monday day 2. You do not want to miss it, so I certainly hope to see you there for it. I will catch you on the flip side. Toodles.